Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the first of possibly a few motor vlogs on my motorbike. I just thought I would just waffle on a little bit while on my way to the shop to buy some glue for my microphone. I just wanted to talk about my experience being on a motorcycle. For those of you that are interested, something a little bit different on the channel, I know, but a lot of people have been asking me questions since I started riding a motorcycle, and it's been about a month, so I thought I would share some thoughts and opinions on my experience thus far. Straight away, for those of you wondering, I'm using my phone in my pocket with a microphone inside my helmet, which is why the quality is pretty damn good, and will be even better once I put the visor down. So yeah, my experience thus far, I am really enjoying being mobile on a bike. It's absolutely fantastic, great experience. I imagine it's somewhat similar to passing your test for driving a car. The newfound freedom, being able to go wherever you want, whenever you want, pretty much. Weather permitting, obviously it's slightly different on a bike. But yeah, absolutely loving it. And this Suzuki GN125 that I had to go all the way to Beverly to purchase has been a dream. I've already changed the battery on it, changed the carburetor, because it seemed to have a very high idling problem at one point, which has gone away, so I assume maybe it's just because it's quite an old bike. Need to slow down to 20 here, avoid the speed bump. But yeah, so far absolutely loving the experience and would definitely do it again. If you're considering doing your CBT, absolutely do it. It's really easy. That's not me bragging. Thanks, Mr. Bus. That's not me bragging. It actually genuinely is quite easy. They do say, it's a bit of a running joke, but people do say that passing your CBT, basically all you need to do is show up, put a helmet on, and not fall off. And that is pretty much the long and short of it. It's not really a test per se, but more of a competency check. Is that a word? To check that you're competent enough to ride a bike safely without issue. You would have to do something pretty drastically bad in order to fail a CBT, because it is literally CBT, compulsory basic training, just to see if you can ride a bike. So you do your driving around a car park, doing turns, doing imaginary junctions, and then you go out for a road test, so you'll be following or leading your instructor. And yeah, I genuinely think that it is really easy. That's just not me bragging. My instructor said that only a few people had ever actually had to come back for a second or a third lesson, and that was purely because they just couldn't develop the coordination and the balance on the bike, so they couldn't do turns and such. So yeah, 110% recommend doing it if you have the opportunity and the funds. So what was I going to say? Yes, off to the shops. There's a lot of police about today. It's quite surprising. Anyway, I lost my train of thought now. So yeah, things so far that I'm loving about riding the bike. Obviously the freedom's a given. I don't know if it's any different for people that have just passed their test for a car, but yeah, the feeling of freedom on the open road is pretty immense. I imagine it is the same for a car. The only difference on a bike is you feel even more open for all the positives and negatives that is. You're a lot more open, it's a lot more dangerous and such. But yeah, the feeling is great. It's just all positives, really. I absolutely love it. Enjoy all of it. Negatives, right. So this could be where the video gets a bit controversial. The negatives. I don't like things like driving at night. Seems a pretty simple one, but I don't like driving at night. I'm a very alert and observant person, and so I prefer to be able to see everything. And of course, at night time, you see a hell of a lot less, and I really dislike that. And we're going to have to pick the video up here at some other point now, because I'm going to have to pull in here. So, I've been to the shop. I got what I need. Which was some glue and some milk, so I can have cups of tea. Obviously, not the glue. The glue will not go in the tea. At least I hope not. So, what was I talking about earlier? Yeah, things I like and dislike about riding. I've covered the nighttime. Riding in the cold and wet is obviously not nice. Obviously, you don't notice in a car. On a bike, you will notice the cold, so you need to dress appropriately. Speaking of dressing appropriately, I would also recommend getting lots of high-vis stuff. Now, nobody looks cool in high-vis, but considering everyone else seems to think you're invisible on the road, I would definitely recommend getting at least some high-vis, just so you do stand out and a little bit less likely to be missed. Because the last thing you want to do is get run over. It's not supposed to be a fun experience. You'll have seen on my channel there's been a couple of close calls, and that's even with high-vis. So, nothing is perfect, nothing is foolproof, but at least make the effort. Don't get a completely black bike and then wear all black levers and such, because it's really not worth it. Really not worth it at all. You want to make sure that you're as easy to see as possible. Still drive defensively and ride like you're invisible, because cars are just generally not looking out for motorcyclists. So always make sure you are going to be as easy to see as possible. And yes, maybe, possibly, one of the other positives of riding a bike is being able to avoid speed bumps entirely. Oh, do you want to go as well? Do you want to go? He did not see me for ages. I was like, go on, you can go. I'm letting you go. I'm nice like that. Is that another police car? There's so many police cars around today. It's good to see. Oh no, it's an ambulance. Never mind. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, a doctor's car. I mean, not an ambulance. I know what I meant. Whoop. Stalled her. Just one downside to this bike with it being quite old. It does idle pretty well generally, but then sometimes while you're waiting at a junction, it will just drop out like that. And if you're a new rider, the key is to not panic. Just start it back up again. Everybody else can wait for you. Even if they're beeping, if you're having issues, fuck them, basically. What matters is your thoughts, feelings, and safety. So if you're struggling, just recover and get back on with it. No need to panic at all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first vlog thing. Hoping it's going to come out okay. Obviously, most of my concentration is like 100% devoted to the road and the things that are going on. So talking like this is tricky. I have stumbled over a few words because it is tricky. It's my first one, so please forgive me. Anyway, I'm nearly home now, so I need to go record some VR stuff while it's my day off. I'm going to have to swing quite wide around here because this guy parks like on the goddamn speed bump. On the goddamn corner. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in another vlog sometime soon. Talk about something different perhaps.